Get out your chamomile tea, put on some fluffy slippers, and get ready for episode 3 of the neuroscience of everyday living, your brain on sleep. If you're an American, you're probably tired. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, over 90 million of us aren't getting enough sleep, and that ain't good. Most adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, but let's get specific. According to research done by the National Sleep Foundation, here are their recommendations. School-aged children, 6 to 13 years old, need 9 to 11 hours of sleep. Teenagers, 14 to 17 years old, need 8 to 10 hours, and less than 7 or more than 11 is not recommended, meaning bad. Young adults, 18 to 25 years old, need 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Less than 6 or more than 11 is not recommended. Generally, when a person reaches 25 years old, the brain is considered fully developed. Adults 26 to 64 years old need 7 to 9 hours, and less than 6 or more than 10 is not recommended. Older adults, 65 years old or older, need 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Less than 5 or more than 9 is not recommended. Before you say, yeah, but not me, only 1 to 3% of people are actually the so-called short sleepers, those who can function well with less sleep. And most of us who think we can are simply wrong. It's been proven we are terrible at judging how sleep deprived we are. Of course, being sleep deprived also impairs our judgment. If you're not getting enough sleep, your physical, mental, and emotional health will suffer. If you think you're one of the special ones who can make up for all that lack of sleep on the weekends, it doesn't work that way. So what's going on with your brain when you sleep? For starters, let's give your brain some credit. It's a hard worker, keeping you alive and all, dealing with, well, everything you experience. It works so hard that your 3-pound beauty of a brain consumes 20% of all of your body's oxygen supply. All that work creates byproducts like tau protein and amyloid beta. Increased levels of tau protein and amyloid beta, which can turn into plaque, can lead to brain damage and are tied to increased risks of dementia. When you are sleeping, the brain is able to clear out those dangerous chemicals and proteins. Cleaning house isn't the only thing going on, though that's reason enough to get a good night's sleep every night. While you sleep, your brain is also organizing all that you learned during the day, shifting the valuable stuff to long-term memory. A good night's sleep not only helps clear toxins out of the brain, it helps you remember the important things you learned that day. It's also resetting your ability to regulate emotions by processing what happened during the day. The old adage that you'll feel better in the morning is true, if you get enough sleep. That's when you're getting enough sleep. What happens to the brain when you don't? Tau protein and amyloid beta levels increase, damaging the brain and increasing your risk of dementia, like I said earlier. Physically, a tired brain is also poor at impulse control and decision making, which is why poor sleep increases your risk of obesity. Your ability to say no to that cronut, which is a cross between a croissant and a donut, very good and very unhealthy, is weakened when you're tired. What about your emotions? Children aren't the only ones who get cranky when they are tired. When your brain doesn't have time to process your emotions of the previous day, you will start out the next day more irritable and have a shorter fuse. You're also increasing your chances for depression. The other part of sleep, organizing what you learned during the day, also doesn't happen. All that work you did reading, studying, or otherwise learning is heading out the window. But wait, there's more. There's even evidence that sleep, or lack of it, affects your skin. That's right, if you have psoriasis or even acne, getting a better sleep can be beneficial in your skin's recovery. Let's face it, no matter what society tells us about the nobility of sacrificing sleep for productivity, it isn't worth it. Your brain doesn't care and will make you pay for the abuse the next day, the next year, and the following decades. Now, a note to parents of babies and young children. Yep, you are in the brutal sleep times, but they are not forever. Still, don't be afraid to ask for help. You and your children will both benefit from any parental support you can ask, trade, or pay for. A quick note on naps. You can't make up for all the sleep you've missed with a few naps, but you can use them to combat drowsiness. As for how long, 10-minute naps have the best results for recovering alertness. 20 to 30-minute naps did well, but those positive results took 35 minutes to arrive because of a thing called sleep inertia. You know that feeling. It's when you sleep too long and just can't get going. Longer naps have stronger chances for creating sleep inertia, defeating the purpose of the naps in the first place. Also, longer naps can mess up your circadian rhythm, which can make it harder to fall asleep at night. The bottom line is this: we all need a good night's sleep. It helps us physically, emotionally, and mentally. Some ways to get a good night's sleep include having a consistent sleep schedule. Make sure you exercise during the day. Reduce distractions in your bedroom. It should be a calm, cool, dark, and soothing place to sleep. Watch the caffeine and alcohol consumption. Both can inhibit your brain's ability to sleep. And create a relaxing bedtime ritual. Be it journaling, meditation, stretching, yoga, or something else. There are many more to try. I hope everyone has a good week and tries at least one strategy to get a better night's sleep this week.